Hi everyone, this is my part 2 video for the 1997 Mercedes-Benz S320. In my first video, we did a walk around showing you all the car's exterior features and pointing out any blemishes. There wasn't really many, but we try to show everything in these videos. This video we'll do interior demonstration, and my last video we'll do a test drive. So we'll get started. Okay, this car does have 3 keys. We have the master key, which is a remote key, the secondary key, and over here, I think this is a valet key. This is the one right here. If I'm wrong, somebody can chime in and let me know exactly what that's for. I believe it's a valet key, though. But we got 3 keys. Okay, here's the flip key. The spring in the flip key, the key's in good shape, but the spring in the flip key is not working anymore, so it just flips out like that, you know. So that's how it works. Start her up. Yeah. She starts right up. Okay, all the car's gauges work. Car revs nicely. There's no warning lights on the dashboard of any type. When we put the headlights on, you can even see all the little, got the high beams on. You can see the little lights come on, and they do. I think this one over here, that bulb over there in the corner is out. Okay. Not if we tap it, it goes on. Maybe it's just a little bit loose, but the lights work for the dash. They work all in the interior. All the little lights come on. You can see all the little buttons, and the shift gate, and the radio, the seats. They all work. All those little things are working the way they should. Okay. Okay, let's see. Start. Okay. Car's wipers work. Okay. Signals work right and left. Car's cruise control works. I tried it on the highway. It worked perfectly. Car's horn works. This car does have the tilt steering wheel and telescopic steering wheel, and see even that light comes on at night. And wheel works fine. It tilts. It telescopes, which basically means it goes in and out. That all works. Over here it has rear fog lights. They work also. If you go in the back of the car and you push it, you see the rear fog light comes on, as it should. So all those little things are working the way that you would expect them to. With the lights on, that way you can see everything working. Okay. What else? Let's start with the door first over here. Yeah. Clean door panel. It does have side airbags. Power seats work perfect. Okay, back part tilts. Sunroof raises, headrest raises and lowers, as you would expect. Driver's side does the same thing. If I can reach over here, try to show you what I can. But okay, you can see everything works with the seats. Door panels are in mint condition. No issues there at all. Okay. Over here's a parking brake release. Dashboard has no cracks, no warping. Sometimes in these cars that's an issue. If you haven't parked outside, you'll see you'll start to crack around like the speaker vents. Nothing like that. This car was always a garage car. Okay. Start over here. There's a little storage compartment there that opens and closes. Hit the button over here and opens your glove box. In the glove box, we have all the owner's manuals, all the booklets, the radio cards, everything is there. We have the original window sticker. That's in the glove box too. There's some service records in there, so everything was kept for this car. Okay, everything is in great shape. All the buttons work over here. This is the trunk release. It works. It'll pull the trunk down as well, as you would expect. Not going to pop it open now, but it does work. This folds the Headrest down in the rear. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the lock button. There we go. See, right headrest fold down. Over here's the lock button. That's how I was hitting before. All the lock actuators work. All that stuff works. Hazards work. AC panel lights up. There's no burnt out bulbs. More importantly, there's no burnt out pixels. I mean, the bulbs are that burnt out, big deal that you change, but the pixels are what burn out on these things, and it hasn't. They all work fine. Heat in the car blows hot. AC in the car blows cold. Put that on actually. I mean, it all works. You got a cold AC, nice heat. Okay, all the little buttons up here work. I can feel the cold air coming out already. There you go. You got the cold air coming out. You can adjust where it's coming from. You can hear it all swapping over. If you want out of the vents only. If you want the recirculation on. It all works, everything. There's a front defroster, fan speeds. I mean, everything on this car is working the way it should. Okay. Defroster. So you can hear everything swapping over, everything changing. It all works in the car. There's no issues. As I mentioned, everything works. Every little thing. Here's your rear defroster. Come over here. If you see back there, the power antenna goes up. Kind of hard to see, but power antenna on the car works. It's a year old. The guy told me last year he replaced the antenna. Right? Sometimes the wheel, when you change it for the radio, you gotta do it slow. Do it fast, it'll jump. But it works. It tunes, seeks. It all works. Okay, so the radio of the car works fine. You can see too, there's no burnt out pixels. You got a really nice display. And to find one of these radios with a good display is almost impossible. I had a 98 SL500 with the same radio in it. And my display totally blew up. All the liquid crystal blew up on it. And I had to pay $400 for one of these radios on eBay. Because all of them are damaged, have burnt out pixels, burnt out lights, or damaged displays. It's very, very hard to find one of them. And sometimes even the buttons get saggy, where they start getting loose. I mean, to find one in this condition, very, very hard. It's a great looking radio. It all works nicely. Turns off the way it should. As a matter of fact, even the cassette works. Okay? I had a cassette in there, and it played beautifully. No distortion, nothing. It worked perfectly. So the cassette deck also works. ASR over here, goes on, goes off. Power mirrors. Okay, they work the way they should. Sometimes they're a little bit sticky, but they do work. And if you turn the knob that way, okay, they'll they're open and close. So that feature even works. Power windows. Backwards are a little sticky, but they work. Probably haven't been using God knows how long. Yeah, the back ones in this car are a little bit sticky, particularly with the passenger side rear. I mean, they work. I mean, they had them down, but they stick a little bit. Try to put some WD-40 in the tracks, and hopefully that'll make it work better. But otherwise, they are working. Here's the child lockout button. If you have children in the back, you can lock them out from using the window if you want to do that. As much as the wood in the car looks great. Okay, ashtray's in great shape. Okay, car cigarette lighter, never used, has a brand new cigarette lighter in it. The people who had the car never smoked in it, so that was never an issue with them at all. Okay, as much as floor mats are original. All right. The armrest has nice storage. Okay. Seats are in great shape. Same with the rear, great shape. Headliner is nice. I did replace the fabric on the sunroof door. These cars, very common thing, the fabric falls down, and this car fell down and was all jammed up. So we took the fabric off, had it reupholstered, removed all the old insulation that was inside of the roof tracks, because these cars have the problem with the insulation gets in there, it jams it up. We lubricated the sunroof track, so it's working now nicely. Okay, little lights work. Oh, this is the door light when you open the door up, I'm sorry. Dome lights. Rear light there, that's for the rear dome light. So all those switches are working. Buttons are working fine. Has garage door openers. Okay, you can program there. Okay, we open the sunroof up. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. Open the sunroof up. Okay. And the back sometimes too, when you open it up too, if you want to like have the vent open, it's a little bit sticky. There we go. Now it's open all the way. Now it closes all the way. Okay, the shade closes. You know, the cars have been used in a long time, so like I said, you know, a couple little things like the back window's a little bit sticky. You know, and sunroof, as far as the vent part of it, probably is a little bit WD-40 in there, but opens, closes, everything works fine. It's just, you know, it's an old car. Okay. The first aid kit too was present in the back there. We had the first aid kit, all that stuff. Sun visor. This door here is a little bit loose on the sun visor, but it works. It goes on, but the door's a little bit loose. This one is fine. There you go. I mean, a couple of small little quirky things, but everything in the car does work. All the switches work. It's something that I've touched or played with that hasn't worked. You know, it's got a few quirks, but everything works. That's what I say, you know. She runs and drives great. As far as that goes, too, no issues to talk about. I mean, it's just a great car. You know, to have a car that's 24 years old and all the features are operating, that's something you don't really see. And in this car, you know, you do. You see that. So it's pretty amazing to see that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, well, let's conclude my video. We'll get started on part 3 video, which will be a test drive. So stay tuned and we'll get started.